Good morning, welcome back to the vlog. Today is Saturday and we have a day of nothing and then a really busy day tomorrow. So I want to tell you guys about it. Today we have no plans, like I was saying. I think for the most part I want to read. I'm almost done with reading Just Friends, so I think I'm going to read that. And then tomorrow we're going to this like skating competition or like game show. It's kind of like American Ninja Warrior except skateboarding, and I'm super excited. We have watched the show on YouTube before. It's called Kasso, if you guys are interested, and they're coming to Long Beach, so we're gonna go see it and it's gonna be a really fun time. Basically, we know who the lineup is now. We didn't when we bought the tickets, but also part of the Sunday lineup is people who passed the courses on Saturday, so we don't know everybody who we're gonna be able to see. So it's gonna be a fun weekend. I'm excited. If you guys have been keeping up with the vlogs, I have not been sleeping well, and last night I slept like a baby. I'm so happy to feel rested finally, and yeah, I'm finally here. This morning for my coffee, I was going to make a black coffee because I wasn't quite feeling a latte. Okay, wait. Tell me this doesn't look like a giraffe. I have to, maybe I'm crazy. Is that not a giraffe? That kind of looks like a giraffe. That was totally by accident. Anyway, normally I would either make a black coffee in like a French press, or I will make a latte with my Nespresso because our original espresso machine that we have broke, and then when we started shifting everything around I also got rid of my regular coffee pot. But today I wanted to try making an Americano with the Nespresso because sometimes doing the whole French press thing is just a lot, and then cleaning it is annoying. It is one thing that I really miss about my coffee pot. I never like tossed anything. It's all in the garage, so I can always bring it back out, but it is nice to have this look nice and clean as well. So I'm gonna try this. I'm a little nervous because I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Usually I don't really love like the Nespresso coffee pods that are just straight up coffee. I don't like those. So I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but let's see. Oh, I do like it. I think that like my biggest complaint is the flavor is always like when I make coffee in the French press or in my coffee maker, there's always so much flavor, and this one has good flavor. It's just not as like, there's not as much body to the flavor, but it's really good. Way better than the pods, like the coffee pods. I really like these espresso pods a lot. That makes it easy. If I just wanted like a cup of coffee, I can do it that way instead of making a whole French press. Anyway, hello, welcome, and let's get into the vlog. I have to go change my camera battery because my camera's dying. Okay, I have just showered and I'm about to take my vitamins for the morning. Ryan and I were kind of trying to decide what it is that we want to do today, and he has a friend who has an art show that's been going and we've been meaning to go see it, and I think this weekend is the last weekend. I believe it's downtown, so I think we're gonna try to see that. And then other than that, I think we're gonna try to have a little bit more of like a home weekend because tomorrow is gonna be a really busy day. Like looking at the schedule, Kasso goes from like 11 a.m. is when you can enter and it goes until like 9 p.m. So it's gonna be really long. Ryan was initially gonna skate today, but he's not skating anymore because he wants to have energy for tomorrow, which like that's just like getting older. Is like, oh, I can't do something today because tomorrow I need energy. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this slow morning. I think maybe I'll do a little bit of editing today as well so I can get a bit ahead. I feel like I don't normally edit on the weekends because I really try to not do any work on the weekends aside from like any vlogs that I'm like filming, but for some reason that just doesn't feel like I'm working in the same way that editing does. But I think that it will be good to get ahead a little bit, so we'll see. But I'm about to finish Just Friends. I have one chapter left and I purposefully saved it for post shower because I was like, now I have something to look forward to when I'm back. So I'm gonna finish that first and pick my next read, and yeah, then we'll kind of see, because possibly we'll edit or we'll go downtown at some point. That's probably gonna be an afternoon activity. I think today's really just gonna be like a go with the flow day. So we'll see what we're in the mood for once I'm done with my book. Okay, you guys, I just finished Just Friends. I have all of my thoughts in a vlog that I think you guys have already seen at this point, or if you haven't seen it, it should be out. I rated it 3 stars. I think that it was really good. I think it's getting way too much hate online. Either too much hate or too much love. Like I've only seen like 1-star and 5-star reviews. So anyway, rated it a 3. I think it's a good summer beach read, something cutesy, something fun. So I'm gonna go pick up my next book that I wanna read. I don't really feel like editing quite yet, so I think I'm gonna wait until maybe a little later to do that. I've been promising Ryan that I would read this Ernest Hemingway book, which is very random, but he has The Old Man and the Sea, and he's been wanting me to read this, so I think I'm gonna pick this one up next because it's nice and short. I think it's like 90 pages. I'm gonna try that, I think. And then I'm debating between Fearful by Lauren Roberts or Dear Debbie by Frida McFadden. One of those two we'll get to today as well. So anyway, let's go back to the living room and read a little bit more. Quick update. I started reading the book that I was talking about, The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. This is so random, but Ryan just walked in and he saw I was reading it and he got very happy that I finally started to pick it up because I have not prioritized it and I know it would make him happy. But I am going to do a quick workout. It's like almost 10:15ish or so. Ryan and I have been craving Chipotle, and so he was saying that he'd be down to go for like a lunchtime, like around noonish. So I think I'll do my workout now, get showered and ready, and then that way I'll be good to go for lunchtime. And then after that, we can kind of decide if we're gonna go downtown or like what else we're gonna do. So I'm gonna do my workout now and then I'll continue reading after. I've only gotten a couple of pages in, but it's also only like a 90-page book, so it's gonna be a pretty fast read, hopefully. I think I'll probably finish it today. Okay, quick change of plans. I was originally going to do a quick workout, but Ryan changed his mind and he didn't really want to get Chipotle, but I still really want it. I've been craving it for days now. So instead, I ordered my own Chipotle, and there's a park kind of by the Chipotle that's like, there's like 4 different Chipotles near me, but there's one in particular that has a park next to it. So I thought it would be really fun to pick up my food and take him, and then I can eat while he hangs around the park. And we have a blanket in the back too, so let's go. I also brought my books. Anyway, let's go do something a little different. It's such a nice day out today. It's actually, the high today is only gonna be like 85, which is like 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. So I think it's gonna be the perfect day to have a little picnic. Okay, a quick update. The park that I was initially gonna go to that's like right across the way, it turns out that they're having a little event there for a dog shelter or like dog adopting. And so I just don't think that that's gonna be the best for P. He's already barking at the people who just parked next to us. So I found a different park that's like 5 minutes away, and I'm just gonna take the food there instead, and I think that'll just be better. My hair's wet because I just showered. I ended up doing a workout, and I wanted to make sure I did my workout before we went to the art show that I was talking about for our friend. However, Ryan thought that it was downtown, and it turns out it's like over an hour away from our house. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna end up going. I think that the art show closes on Monday, I believe, and since we have plans tomorrow, I just don't see us going. Bummer, but it is what it is. So I did want to quickly fill out some old things. I figured we'd do a little crafting time. So these are my journals from last year, and I never fully finished them. So there's a couple of things like in my reading journal. I never printed out this little guy, and I think, did I only read 2 books in December? I guess I only read 2 books in December, but I never put the little pictures, which I don't do in my new reading journal, but I was printing out the little pictures for the book so you can kind of see it, for example, in this reading wrap up. So I want to print that as well. And then I have this little, this is my like actual journal. This is where like every single day I'll write whatever it is, what I'm feeling that day, something that I did, something that I'm like looking forward to, could be anything. And it's really fun to flip through because I also put through like little snippets of things. In Europe, I put a bunch of stuff like maps and whatever else. There's some more from Europe, stuff from my friend's wedding, which was really fun. This is like a picture of me and my friend. Oh my god, god, this picture is so bad. We did like a photo booth. Anyway, what I do have from December, this bag from all the places. I think it was mostly in Austin. I'm forgetting when we went to Washington. Was that October? Okay, so I'm gonna kind of like put together, this is from Austin. It's also from Austin, it's just a receipt. This is from a corn maze that we went to with my sister and my niece, my dad, my mom, my whole family in Washington. And then for my birthday, we went to the zoo. So have the zoo tickets. This is Austin. This was a really nice cafe that we went to. We really liked this cafe. It was called Cenote. And then I have these fun little fortune cookie things, except instead of fortune cookies, they're unfortunate cookies. So for example, this one says, your love life is a game of musical chairs, just without the chairs or the music or the game. It's just like super random, but I think those are fun. So I want to paste some of these things in. Hi, Angel, how are you? So I'm gonna paste these in. I only have packing tape, so I'm just making do with what I have. I think one of the most fun things about keeping a journal is adding in these types of things like little receipts or whatever, because I just feel like it really paints the picture of everything that you did and just makes it that much more memorable, at least for me. I've always loved keeping a journal like since I was a kid, and I think that's part of why I really like to vlog too, because I feel like in some ways this is almost like a journal for me. I just get to talk to you guys about the things that I'm living. If you guys ever go to Austin, I highly recommend this Inner Space Cavern in Georgetown. It was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. Like truly, I loved it. I've been meaning to do this for so long, and I'm glad I'm finally getting around to it, because I feel like, I don't know, there's no reason for me to have waited this long. And this stuff has just kind of been lingering on my shelf for a really long time. So it'll feel so nice to have it done. And then I can finally just like put it on my shelf, like on my bookshelf. I think I'm gonna label on the spine, so it'll say the year, and then like journal or book journal, depending on what it is. And I think I have a bunch of other journals from all of the different years, but I've never like labeled them on the spine, but I think I'm gonna start doing that because I don't know why I never have before. Alrighty, and last but not least, I need to add in from my birthday these little tickets. I think I'm just gonna make the final touches on these notebooks, and then I think I'm gonna get back either into some editing or some reading. I don't know if Ryan wanted to go anywhere because we were gonna go to the like little art thing, but since we're not doing that anymore, I don't know if we're gonna do something else or if we're just gonna lay low since we have the plans tomorrow. So I'll let you guys know either way, but I'm very excited for tomorrow. I cannot wait to see how it is. I think I'm gonna turn on a video while I do these final touches. Okay, well I finished with my project, but somehow I lost the cap for my glue. And it's so weird, like Ryan helped me look and everything. I was sat here and I cannot find it anywhere. Like it's just completely gone, which makes no sense. I think I'm gonna make myself a latte. For now, I'm just leaving the thing there, by the way, because I'm hopeful that I'll find, I don't know. I was sat right there the whole time.
You check where we got the tape from?
I think I'm gonna have the rest of these chips. I'm trying to decide, do I eat the rest of the Chipotle right now? I think I'm gonna go warm it up. I'm gonna warm up my Chipotle, and then I'm gonna have these chips, finish this video, and then we'll do some more reading. Okay, you guys, I finished this book. I've been meaning to read this because Ryan's asked me to read it, and I finally finished it. I don't know what I'm gonna rate it yet, but I have to go tell Ryan that I finally finished it because, again, he's been wanting me to read this for a while. I did really like it, and yeah, it just made me really nostalgic about my trip to Cuba and like just thinking about that trip that I took. It was really fun to like think back on it because this book is set in Cuba, and obviously Hemingway spent a lot of time in Cuba, if you guys didn't already know that. So yeah, just made me think a lot about that. But I think I'm gonna pick up another book. I'm also gonna help Ryan because he's pretty focused with his music right now, so I'm gonna go put some food in the oven for him so that he can eat some dinner. I think honestly we've been trying to just keep it pretty chill today because my plan tomorrow is wake up, do a little bit of reading. I'm doing so much reading because I'm doing a reading vlog simultaneous to this video, if you guys don't already know that. So I think you guys have already seen the reading vlog at this point, which this book is talked about in there. That's why I'm doing so much reading. So wake up, do a workout, do some reading, go to Kasso, and then hopefully be there by like 11:30ish because the first event is at noon, and then we'll be there all day. And I want to try to do some reading in the morning because of the video that I'm filming. So anyway, let's go put the pizza in the oven for Ryan, and then we'll get to some more reading and get prepped for tomorrow. Good morning, you guys. Today is Sunday. I'm going to make myself a coffee really fast. It is just about 9 o'clock, just past 9. I've already done my workout for the day, which I feel really good about, and I'm glad that I got it out of the way. And today we're gonna head off to that skateboarding event that I was telling you guys about. It's gonna be super fun. It's in Long Beach, so it's a little bit of a drive. I'm gonna close this actually. I don't want it to get too hot. Yeah, it's a little bit of a drive. The event technically, like, the entrance opens at 11, but I think the first event actually starts at noon. So we're gonna aim to get there like just before noon because we don't know what the parking situation is gonna be like. And we also don't wanna get there too early because the event goes until I think like 9 p.m. So it's gonna be a late night for us, but very excited. And that's also why I wanted to get the workout out of the way. Honestly, I should have known, but I just didn't realize that it was clear bag policy. So I don't have a clear bag. So instead we're just gonna bring a few things. I actually need to get, for example, this wallet. This is like a MagSafe wallet. I need to get this together. I also want to get maybe some sunscreen. I think that would be a good thing to bring. And then we're able to bring a water bottle. It just has to be empty. And I think I'm just gonna bring this jacket because it has really, really big pockets. And then we'll be able to bring everything. Oh, and I need to get a charger too. I want to bring like one of those external chargers, like the battery pack chargers. Okay, I'm gonna leave all of that by the front door. I'm letting my phone charge right now because I did wake up early, so then I've been using it, and on top of it I usually charge my phone to 80%, so I'm letting it charge to 100, and then that way I'll be fully prepared for today. Since it's about 9ish and we have some time, I'm gonna make my coffee, make my breakfast like I was saying. I think I'm gonna go put my laundry away because I haven't done that yet, and yeah, I think that's kind of what we're gonna do for the next like hour. I don't think it'll take me a full hour, but that's the plan. I'm gonna listen to an audiobook while I do that because I've been listening to Fearful, which is the last novella in the Powerless trilogy. I just want to get through more of it, so, and I'm excited for Kasso. It's gonna be such a fun time, I already know it. So let's get started on little tasks for the day, and then that way when we come back home later, it'll just feel nice to have all of these little things done already. Okay, we are just finishing getting ready and about to head out to Kasso. The drive should only be like 45 minutes right now, which is amazing. We're gonna have to find like parking and stuff, so we want a little bit of extra time. I'm gonna bring my wired headphones, just some to-go sunscreen. Honestly, this stuff, I think I got it from like the Target travel section, and it's like the perfect size. I'm obsessed with it. I'm bringing my battery pack and obviously the cable. And then this is the jacket that I'm gonna bring. I don't think I really need a jacket for the beginning half of the day, but since it does go till 9, I need a jacket. And this one has huge pockets inside and outside, which is really nice because I didn't realize I don't have a clear bag, and it's clear bag policy, which most events are these days. So I don't even know why I didn't think about that, but here we are. So have that, and then I'm gonna bring this water bottle, and we're gonna bring this blanket, and that's that. Oh, I probably need a hat, and that's actually it. So we're about to head out, and we're gonna go see what we see. I think it's gonna be a little bit of an adventure, and I'm very excited about it.
2026 is going down. The first time ever watching Kasso in person.
Mentored by the legendary Ray Barbie. Who is in the building? Ray Barbie is in the building.
Barbie!
In the back, make some noise for him, Long Beach.
Yo, that was no, he didn't kickflip before. Are you kidding me? 1, 2, easy.
Oh, yummy. That looks really good.
Excited?
Yeah.
To Kasso. Here's Georgia Martin.
Let's go. What's 10? Oh!
Jump LV, how will he set up here? Oh, no. No problem.
No way!
It's on.
Did you have a good time?
So good, yeah.
Are you glad that you went? Good. I am too. I think it was fun. And I think it ended like perfect timing. I do wish there was a little less time between a couple of the things, but I think it was still fun. That dog is wearing a purse.
Good morning, you guys. Today is Monday, and I originally was going to just do a weekend vlog, but I wanted to tell you guys about Kasso, and since it turned into mostly like an all-day event, I figured it would be fun to spend today together too. So first, I want to tell you about the event, which I know I put in a lot of clips already, but essentially what Kasso was is like, it's this competition between skateboarders. So there's 2 days. I actually don't remember how many skateboarders day one had. I didn't go to day one, but I did go to day two. And basically we started with 15 skateboarders, and there were 3 main courses, which they had done on day 1 too, just with a different set of skateboarders. And then by the end of the 3rd course, they pick the top 3 to move on to the next final course essentially. And the top 3 from day 1, the top 3 from day 2 compete. So we got to see a lot of Olympians, we got to see a lot of pro skaters who are sponsored by really big brands, and it was so cool to see. I think that there was a lot of time between each of the courses, which I'm sure for them felt like it was squeezed as much as they possibly could. But for us as bystanders, I feel like I wish there was a little less time between everything. There was a lot of food, really great vendors. I feel like everything tried to stick with like the Japanese theme because it is a Japanese game show. I think they've had 5 seasons of the show in Japan, and this is the first one in California or in the United States at all. And they're planning to hopefully have more, which is really cool. So anyway, by the end and the final course, it was so neat because first, the run itself was so insane. One of the skateboarders made it, but didn't, he like stuck his landing, but didn't land it, if that makes sense. So like basically he landed, but then fell off. None of the other skateboarders ended up even making it. And so all of us kind of like felt disappointed because we were like, wait, so that's the end, what's happening? And it's really hard for a skateboarder to just like show up to something like a run or some kind of set of tricks that they're supposed to do and be able to land it the first time. On most of the other courses, they were able to try twice. And so we were all a little like, maybe you guys should give them a second try. And they did, which was so great. One of the skateboarders, his name is Jiro Platt. He's the one who ended up winning. He's only 19 from New York, and he was so good. Like the whole time watching him was so fascinating, but also other skateboarders were amazing too. We got to see, for example, like Deshaun Jordan, Jamie Foy, David Loy, and a bunch of others. So for me and for especially Ryan, it was such a cool event to get to go to. It was all day, and by the time we got home, we were so exhausted. Like when we left, it ended roughly around like 8:30ish, and I felt like we were like, okay, we feel good. We feel really good. But I think because we had just seen something so exciting, our energy levels were so high. And then by the time we were driving home, it took us about an hour, and we kept like just slowly declining, and we got home and we were like, we're so ready for bed. So I honestly just like showered and went straight to bed. It was all like in a dirt field. I think they were doing construction on a building nearby, and so they sort of like paused construction and built the whole course setup within that construction area, and then now they're going to take it down and then continue the construction, which is so funny. It's like an area with like a demolished building essentially, but they did a really good job of making it look really nice. They had really good food, like I was mentioning, all of the amenities that you could need, like all of the bathrooms are really clean, and they had tons of water and just things like that. So I think overall for the first time doing it here, it was a really, really cool event, and I really liked it a lot. And I think it was worth the money that we spent. I don't think I would ever feel the need to go again unless there was someone I was really excited to see. And I hope that they have more Olympians and pro skaters. Like it would be really cool to see Nyjah do some of these tricks. Anyway, that was our experience yesterday. It was really fun. I just got out of my first morning meeting this morning, and that went a little over, so now it's 9:45. My next meeting I think is at, I always forget if it's 10 or 10:30. It's soonish. So I'm gonna do a few things on my computer until that meeting, and then I have one meeting at noon today. And the only other thing that I really want to do is I probably need to get some groceries. I might be able to last one more day without it, but I might as well. And I need to make a return to Amazon. So maybe we'll do that. Depends on how the day goes. We'll see. So for now, let's get to some work things, and then we'll spend the rest of today together. Okay, I'm taking my lunch break finally. It is 1:30, and I'm trying to decide what I want to eat. Oh, I know what I want. I really, really, really have been craving a quesadilla. I keep forgetting that I have the ingredients for it, and I think that's exactly what I want. I accidentally dipped my headphones. I have wired Apple headphones, and I accidentally dipped them into my coffee this morning, and I rinsed them off, and I was letting them dry, but I want to see if they work fine. Okay, It seems like they do. Thank God. I was so sad when I did that. And this is the second time I've done that with these headphones specifically, but I don't know what it is about these wired headphones. I feel like they last a million years. I think I'm gonna do a half quesadilla. Ryan and I are planning on having dinner together, so I'm trying to not eat too much so that I have enough space for when he wants to hang out and eat together. I was going to initially make this on the stovetop, but I think I'm gonna just make it in the microwave because I'm feeling lazy. I think right now, while I make this, I'm going to quickly listen to some more of my audiobook. I've been listening to Fearful by Lauren Roberts, and I really want to finish it right now. So I think I'm gonna do that. I probably have, how much time do I have left to listen to? 37 minutes, but on 2x speed, like 20, just under 20 minutes left of listening, and then I'll be done with the book. And this, for whatever reason, the audiobook has an extra chapter, but the book that I got on Libby doesn't have that. So I'm gonna get a bonus chapter out of it too. That started. Let's go enjoy the outside and enjoy taking a little lunch break. I'm actually gonna be working from home tomorrow instead of going in office because one of my coworkers doesn't have her car, and if one of us doesn't go in, it doesn't really make sense for the rest of us to go in. So I'm excited because we'll have the chance to actually be home for one additional day this week, which I always personally love. It is just past my lunch break, and I think I'm gonna work in the living room for a little bit. I have to call one person at 3:30. My computer doesn't ring anymore. I don't know why. So like, we have a work phone on that's like browser based, if that makes sense. And for some reason it just doesn't ring. So I missed somebody and they left me a voicemail and said to call them back at, what time did she say? After 3:30. So I'm gonna give her a call then, but it's only 2:30 right now. So I have an hour. So I'm gonna take that time to like use it as a time block. I think this is just like how my brain works the best, is like, okay, use this time block, and that means you get as much done within that time block as possible. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna call her at 3:30. Once that call is done, then I'm going to do my workout. And then other things that I need to do are do my editing, and I need to do some reading. Let's do a little bit more work, and then I think we'll feel really good about where we're at for the day, because I've already done so much work today that if I do this little bit left that I have, then I feel like I'm gonna be in a really, really good spot. Okay, it's 4:30 now, and unfortunately, I tried calling the person that I needed to call at 3:30, and then they just like didn't answer. And then I was waiting around until 4:15. At 4:15, I went to go to the bathroom, and right as I went to the bathroom, they called. And it was just like, of course. But anyway, we finally got past that game of phone tag, and now I think I'm gonna finally do my workout, even though it's like an hour after I wanted to do it. I just want to get it over with so that I don't have to think about it anymore. I'm gonna post up in the living room, and usually I just like watch TV while I do my workout. A little bit of like, I always forget what they call it, habit stacking, I think. I always want to call it body doubling, but that's when you like talk to people or like do things with people. I haven't had a chance to really, well, I guess I read some of my audiobook today and I finished that book, Fearful, but I haven't really had a chance to like sit down and take a proper lunch today. I took like 15 minutes of a break, which is why I'm now doing my workout, because it's already 4:30 and I really haven't gotten away from any work that I've needed to do. So let's get started. Let's end our day by doing this workout, and then that way, by the time Ryan is home, we'll have a chance to like have dinner together, and then I can just relax and do some reading and probably some editing as well. I don't really enjoy doing it necessarily, but now that I have the work from home day tomorrow instead of going in office, I do have the option of doing my editing in the morning. And I did upload all of my like rough footage, and it's not that much. So I'm hopeful that I could probably get through it all in the morning. I think that's probably gonna be my plan. I also have no meetings tomorrow at work, which is kind of nice. Tuesdays are kind of a nice day when I have no meetings, because I can get all of my video stuff done in the morning and I can kind of sleep a little later on Monday night, especially if I'm not going into the office. So that's kind of nice. Anyway, let's get to the workout. I need to get my inhaler. This one is running low. I have 7 left. Okay, let's go do a workout before I keep talking and then I just never do it. Hello you guys, it is so much later and I apologize because I have gum in my mouth. Let me take it out. I hate chewing and talking. It's 8 o'clock now, and Ryan's mom unexpectedly came over and asked to go on a walk, and it was actually so fun. I had just done a workout, and so I told her like I need a shower really fast and then I'll be able to do the walk, because I was, it was not pretty. Like even though I knew I was gonna go on a walk and potentially sweat more, which I actually didn't, but like even though it's like a workout, I had done an intense workout, and so I was like, I can't go walking like this. But it was so fun. We ended up walking for about 3 miles and I had such a good time. We got a lot of time to catch up because it was like roughly an hour and a half. And then she came inside and just chatted with me and Ryan for a little bit longer. And we had a bunch of things that we needed to give back to her too from when we went to Big Bear, like towels and things like that. And we had a few other little goodies for her. So got to give all of that to her. So that was fun. Yeah, so that was a really good time. And now, since it's so much later, I think we're really only gonna have time to do some reading. I think I'm gonna save my editing for the morning. I'm gonna go sit on the couch for a little bit and read and hang out with Ryan because he's gonna play some video games. He doesn't have the energy to do any kind of music tonight, so I think he's just gonna do games tonight. So I'm gonna go grab my book. I'm gonna start The Correspondence. I don't remember who wrote the book, but it's been going around social media for a while, and I really liked Evidence of the Affair, and it kind of reminds me of that, where it's like told in letters, and I'm excited to read it. I feel like it's something that I could very easily binge, so I want to try that out. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do for the rest of the night. Let's get to it. Hello you guys, it is like 9:45 now and I think I'm gonna head off to bed. I've been reading and starting to get a bit tired. P's been asleep. The 3 miles really knocked him out and I feel myself just slowly fading, and I wanted to make sure to end the vlog here before I go. I feel like I didn't check in with you too much today, but overall I think we had a good weekend and good work day, so I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. If there's ever anything that you guys want to see in the vlogs, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I always love hearing your recommendations or like what's going on in your life, anything like that. I always love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching and just supporting my channel. It's so fun to just have this little space on the internet and to get to meet so many of you via the comments. So again, feel free to leave a comment. That's all I have for tonight. So thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.